Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. We have some awesome news coming from the front lines, especially on the south. We have the movement of Ukrainian forces at the central part of this territory. Just check out the timeline. If we go to yesterday, there was no significant movement from this and this position, and today we were able to get some of the territory. At least the gray area means that the fighting is ongoing in this area. Basically, we have the fighting ongoing in this area here and near to Vysokopilia. Just to remind you, Ukraine was able to get Vysokopilia village and together with Olgine, that is very close, under Ukrainian control. There is also a road that goes all across this territory to Novakhovka, and there is Novakhovka Dam in that region, and I think Ukraine will go all across this road to Novakhovka. It's one of the main vectors for attack, and we will continue to push from the north side. Also, I thought that we're gonna circle Russians over here near to Davydov. Davydov is here in this territory, but it didn't happen, my friends, and all of the information so far is not confirmed about the second direction of Ukrainian attack in the central part of this region. Let's move to south a little bit, my friends. There is no change on the front lines. However, Ukraine continued to cut supply lines for Russians. Basically, Davydov bridge was destroyed a long time ago, around 2 weeks. However, Russians were able to build the Panton bridge very close to this one, and today we sank down the Panton bridge that Russians built here as well. What it means that basically we cut Russians into two main groups across the Ingulets River over here, and now they're divided into the Kherson group and this group on the right hand side. And as you probably guess, all of the supply lines to those territories were cut, so basically they are out of their resources, and it's just a matter of time that they will flee from this territory all across the river using small boats and whatever. They will just swim away, my friends, because we push them hard. But it's not gonna happen like that. Just to remind you, we need to save our army. That is why do not expect the Second World War battles here. We're gonna push them using the small groups of soldiers, and we also demolish Russian ammunition depots. And if we go onto fire detection here, you can see that all of the shells are on the Russian controlled territory. Well, here we have two of the spots on Ukrainian controlled territory, but they're just random. Mostly those are on Russian side. I would say in general the intensity of the fires all across the front lines just reduced gradually, and it's a good sign. All the situation goes to the standstill or the Ukrainian priority on the front lines. I would say that we are going through the break moment in this war, so little by little Ukraine gets initiative on the front lines, and today we got one more success. At least we got the information that Ukrainian forces took advantage here in this region, and there is offensive operation goes to Balaklia direction. It's the city over here, and it's very close to Izum, so there are several ways how we can take the city. Both of them are quite difficult because we need to cross the river over here, so we can attack from Verbivka from this direction, and also using this road from this direction. There are not many ways out. However, Russians say that it was very hot today in Balaklia. I just check out the Russian Telegram groups, and they were just panicking there, my friends. And here, if we take this one, we're gonna go all the way to this road and on the north as well, and here also. Just want to zoom out for you, my friends. So Balaklia, it's the hard supply line for Izum as well. So Izum, I would say it's quite far away, but all the roads are interconnected, and basically we're gonna open the route to Vesela village. If we take this crossroad under Ukrainian control, there will be no any kind of supply from this direction to Izum. And just to remind you, Izum is one of the biggest Russian bases in this region. And let's check out the timeline in this territory. There was no change, my friends. However, just recently, I want to remind you, we took Ozerna village. Actually, it's the small town here, and it's across the Siversky Donets river. It is awesome advantage that we have in that region, and also we push Russians here near to Sprine. So it was yesterday and today there was some fighting in Sprine village and in those fields, and I think we're gonna push Russians here as well. We have the information from our officials and government that Ukraine starts to push Russians all across the front lines, because little by little Russians run out of their resources. They are not infinite, but still they have a superiority on many parts of the front lines. Here the situation is without changes, my friends, in this region. So basically that's it for the front lines. And yes, today there was attack in Crimea, some kind of aerial attack. So Russia used the anti-aircraft and anti-rocket systems. It was quite noisy today. Also, Russia reduced their group of marine ships in the Black Sea. They downgraded it down to 2 ships, so they may carry around 16 caliber cruise missiles, rockets, and they may fire those to Ukrainian territory. Unfortunately, before, just to remind you, there were 5 of those ships. My friends, as usual, we have a sponsor for today's video. Yes, obviously it's you. Thank you so much for watching me, and don't forget to press the like to this video. Stay awesome, and let's continue watching this video. Pentagon Press General Patrick Rader said that Ukraine has advantage on the south, taking some of the villages. However, they also say that Russia has offensive activity in Bakhmut direction on the eastern part of Ukraine. And just to remind you, my friends, most of those soldiers who are fighting in Bakhmut are in a private military campaign. Officially, those are forbidden according to Russian law, but still they take part in fighting on the eastern part of Ukraine, and not only. German Spiegel resource say that Russia got more funds from the fossil fuels from the Western countries than they spent for this war in Ukraine. So it's the terrible situation, my friends, sorry. And now we can see that European countries start to ban or reduce usage of the Russian oil and gas. Here in this picture you may see the biggest consumption countries of Russian fossil fuels. So China, Germany, Netherlands, Turkey, Italy, Poland, India, France, Bulgaria, and Belgium. Those are the countries. I would say it's the strange war for us, my friends, because still Ukraine has the pipeline, and Russia pays Ukraine also for the transit of gas and oil through the Ukrainian country. I think now it's just a gas. Oil was banned. Again, the trader of Ukraine lost his life in Berdansk. He was put in position of the mayor of the city by Russians, and just look what happened to his car. Firstly, he was delivered to hospital and later on lost his life. So it may happen to traders. It's not a surprise, and many of those lost their lives here on Russian controlled territory, and I think it may continue. This is the New York Times resource. Russia is buying North Korean artillery according to United States intelligence. I would say more. They also buying millions of shells and rockets from North Korea. We all know that North Korea is dependent on China, and in some sort it's the Chinese puppet. Quite crazy, but China has major influence on that country, so maybe China is selling their own weapons in that way via North Korea. Who knows? According to Ukrainian statistics, today Russians surpassed the mark of 50,000 dead soldiers who found their rest in peace in Ukrainian soil. Well, I guess it's more or less correct. I already told you how we measure that statistics. First of all, bodies, reports from the front lines. And for example, if Ukrainian army destroys some sort of the BTR, we have official maximum capacity of that one. So maybe maximum 8 occupants can be there, and we divide that by 2, 4, and we put that in statistics. I would say it's more or less correct, and we're gonna see the true number obviously after the war is over. This is information from Reuters. Russia should not be branded sponsor, Biden says. Kind of strange move. But anyways, United States support us a lot, and I'm sure that they will continue to support Ukraine by all the means. And this is the direction of the Ukrainian counterattack in Balaklia. It's the tactical chart that we have. So we have a 92nd Brigade and this regiment or battalion over here that is fighting for this city, and we actually attack from both of the directions as I showed you before. So two directions of attack, and some say that we already took this city, but I think not, my friends. We should wait for the next day, and I'm gonna keep you updated on this hotspot. What we know that the bridge across the local river was destroyed, probably by Russians. They just afraid of possible Ukrainian attack, and you can see the buildings on the back. That's the Balaklia city itself, and this is the river very close to it. And here we have the Daruski bridge that connects the western and eastern parts of the Kherson. So Daruski bridge is severely damaged, and Russians were able to put Panton bridge here, but it was also destroyed, and probably those are the attempts to build one more bridge, but obviously all the supply lines will be cut for Russian army. The Cobra radar system together with 5 Gepard anti-aircraft tanks were delivered to Ukraine, plus there's gonna be 20 more Gepard tanks delivered to Ukraine. It's awesome, my friends. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine, and now don't forget to press the like to this video, and if you want to support me financially, you may always do it on Patreon, PayPal or Donatello, whichever you like. All of the links in the video description just below. So if you support me, thank you so much, my friends. And I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.